Hello, my name is Azure Kayaks, and welcome to my channel, Stories from Azure Kayaks. Today we're going to be reading Dragoons the Awakening, Chapter 4. With that said, let us get started. Chapter 4. Yeah, I still do that. I still do. Start. Draco stands up in the dark cave and feels dirty and dusty. Draco dusts himself off in the pitch black cave. Draco thinks to himself, damn it, I'm trapped, I can't see, but I'm alive. I'm sorry, Winry. Draco feels around the cave entrance, looking for a weak spot or a way out or some way to push the rocks. Damn it, Draco shouts. Draco thinks to himself, I have to go deeper into the cave. Does it have a deeper? What if I'm trapped? Maybe I should have just died fighting. Damn it! Draco turns around and starts feeling the right-sided walls of the cave, walking deeper and deeper into the cave. After walking for a bit, Draco trips on cave things. Ah, fuck, my foot, ah! As Draco says as he falls. Draco thinks to himself as he gets up, stupid cave rocks. I could have been more careful. That could have been like a hole or something. I could have fell in. Oh my god. Imagine if I fell in a hole inside of a dark cave. I could have been trapped even worse. Draco keeps walking and walking. The cave feeling like it goes on forever in its unending darkness. Until a faint green light is seen in the distance. Draco thinks to himself, what is that? I could see some kind of light. Draco moves faster and makes it to the light. It's a cave center with an underwater river filled with green glowing cave mushrooms. Draco could finally see again. Wow, Draco says, taking in the majesty of the sight of the cave. Draco looks around the cave center. Bones? Draco thinks to himself. Draco sees bones covered in moss. Whatever killed this creature must have been huge, but judging by the moss, it's been gone for a very, very long time. Draco thinks to himself as he examines the bones. Draco looks around the cave for a way out, but he can't find one. Fuck! I'm still trapped! Draco yells out. Draco sits down against the cold, wet cave walls. And for a while, Draco just sits there and thinks. And thinks. And thinks some more. I can't just give up, Draco says, standing up. Draco thinks to himself, if I grab a bunch of mushrooms and I can see, maybe I should check the cave entrance again? There might be another way out. I didn't notice before, or didn't feel. Draco takes off his shirt that he had on his waist and picks a bunch of mushrooms up and then ties it back to his shirt like a chest bag. Draco starts walking back to the cave entrance, holding onto the left side of the wall this time as he held onto the right before, dropping a mushroom every so often so that it lights up a kind of seeable path. Mushroom fall and steps walked, yet no other way to go. Draco makes it to the cave entrance with a couple mushrooms left, using them to see if the entrance has any cracks and faults, or things he can move or pull or shove, anything really. It does not, or at least Draco is not strong enough to push or pull any of the rocks, from this side anyway. Draco thinks to himself, no, this can't be happening. I don't want to die in this cave. Draco punches the cave rock wall entrance. Nothing happens. Draco's hands hurt. Draco gives up. Draco thinks to himself, maybe I'll check the cave center again. Maybe there's something I missed. Draco starts walking back to the cave center, taking the right side of the walls. Getting down to his last mushroom, Draco holds it in his hand instead of dropping it. As Draco walks, he trips over cave things again. Damn it, again? Draco yells out, getting up. I hate this stupid fucking cave rocks, Draco yells, throwing his last mushroom at the thing he tripped over. It was not a cave rock. Draco is speechless. Draco gets closer, making sure his eyes do not deceive him. Wenry? Draco says with pain in his eyes. Draco sees Wenry. The left side of her body, all bloody, sliced up, scratched, and red. She was also missing her left eye. Draco gets on his knees and pulls Wenry close. Wenry, please! Talk to me! Tell me you're okay! Wenry! Draco yells out. Wenry makes no movements, says nothing, like a corpse. Draco feels pain, regret. Then Draco feels Wenry. He feels her heart. It's still beating! Wenry, don't die on me yet, Draco says, slapping the right side of Wenry's face to try and wake her up. After a couple slaps, Wenry opens her eye. Stop hitting me, Wenry says very hoarsely. Wenry, you're okay, Draco says and hugs her tightly. Wenry screams out in pain. Ah! I'm sorry, Wenry. Draco lets go of Wenry and she falls to the ground screaming again. Draco, is that you? Wenry says softly. Yes, it's me, Wenry, Draco says and props up Wenry against the wall, then grabs the glowing mushroom so she can see better. Wenry smiles at Draco, a horrible, sliced smile. I'm so happy I get to see you again, Draco, Wenry says with pure happiness, but very quietly. Me too, Wenry. I thought you died, Draco says, tearing up a bit. I'm surprised as well. I'm still alive, Wenry says, looking at her left half of her body all cut, sliced, scratched, and blood everywhere. We have to get out of here, Wenry. You need a doctor, Draco says. Wenry looks at the cave entrance. Is that the entrance? What happened? Wenry says. I was trying to avenge you. The wyvern hawk trapped us in this cave, Draco says. So now what do we do? Wenry says. I don't know, Wenry, Draco says. Wenry's eyes start to slowly close. No sleeping, Wenry, Draco yells. Wenry's eyes perks up again. I'm so thirsty, Wenry says. There's water deeper in the cave, Draco says. Wenry looks at Draco. I don't think I can move very well like this. Can you carry me, Draco? Wenry says, okay, Draco says and picks up Wenry like a princess. Draco starts walking to the cave center while carrying Wenry. You're so strong, Wenry says. What? Draco says, confused. Draco, if I don't make it, I just want to say, Wenry gets cut off. You're going to make it. We're going to make it out, Wenry, Draco says. But if I don't, I have to say this. I'm sorry about the cilantro, Wenry says, but Draco says nothing, just keeps walking. Thank you. Thank you for coming back for me, Draco, Wenry says softly. Draco speeds up his walking pace. I love you, Draco, Wenry says in a hushed tone. Draco says nothing. As they make it to the cave center, Draco puts Wenry down near the underground river. Using his hands to scoop up water, he gives it to Wenry to drink. Gulp, 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 gulp. After a couple minutes, Wenry and Draco satisfy their thirst. Is there an exit here? Wenry asks. I don't think so. I'll check again. Draco stands up and says, okay, I'm gonna lie down. Wenry says, lying down. No sleeping, Wenry, Draco says. I won't. Talk to me, Draco. Keep me awake, Wenry says. Draco starts checking the cave walls again. Why is your hair always so short? Draco says. I don't want to talk about my hair, Why is your hair always so long? Wenry retorts. Okay, Draco says. Wenry, why do you care so much about cilantro anyway? Draco asks. You don't remember? Wenry says. Remember what? Draco says. You always hated my cooking. No matter what I did, Wenry says. Yeah, I still do, Draco says. Wenry laughs, then coughs and groans in pain. Don't make me laugh, Draco, Wenry says. Sorry, Wenry, Draco says. The first time you ever liked my cooked food was when I added a little bit of cilantro to it, Wenry says. Draco still searching the cave walls. Really? Draco says, confused, not remembering. Well, you were little and cute back then. Now you're just an asshole, Wenry says, looking at Draco. Draco turns around and makes eye contact with Wenry. I'm still cute, Draco says while putting his hands on his hips and making a pose. And you're the asshole, Draco says. Wenry and Draco laugh and smile. Wenry coughs again, gets mad at Draco. Draco goes back to looking for a way out. Draco finishes his second search and finds nothing. Draco goes to Wenry and lies down next to her. You didn't find a way out, did you? Wenry says. No, Draco says sadly. It's all right, Draco. You tried, Wenry says, coughing. Draco says nothing, just gets mad and lays next to Wenry. Draco, I'm cold. Could you hold me? Wenry says. Draco gets closer to Wenry and holds her. Thank you, Draco, Wenry says. You're so warm. So very warm, Wenry says, trailing off in her speech. Draco cries silent tears. Draco thinks to himself, we're really going to die here, aren't we? In a cave in the middle of the forest. Alone. Cold. Confused. This is the end. And that's it for chapter 4. Yeah, I still do. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you, fellow Velkaijin. Remember, if you guys like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. Yes. Will they survive? Will they make it out? Or will they perish? I know the answers. You don't. Anyway, this is Ezra's Kayaks signing out. See you guys in the next